What's up? What's up? How you guys doing tonight? All right. Look here. I'm going to come up with a new hashtag at the end of this video, and I'm going to talk about it. But first, I want to see if you can make it out. Make out what this is. So, can you make out what it is? Well, I'll do it for you. It was a teacher in Oregon who were attacking and belittling so-called protesters about the anti-lockdown, and that's going on within the schools, that's going on around the country, and of course in their presiding state. You know what, man? The more I start to see these things, the more I'm starting to see everything in a different eye and different scope now, especially as a heterosexual black man. It seems like there's more fighting between white folks than actually black versus white. It seems like there's more angry white people about unnecessary shit. You know, whether it was the situation in Charlton, in I think it was South Carolina. It was a fight between. It wasn't a fight. It was a fight about the Confederate statues and monuments. How white people thought it was racist, or black people thought it was racist. But then something happened where I think one person was killed, one lady was killed, 2 or 3 injured, where some guy from Ohio plowed into a crowd. And the crowd was a bunch of lower level so-called white supremacists versus a bunch of liberal-minded white folks. The same can be said about this situation here. It's a bunch of white folks screaming and hollering at each other. And these are the ones that's doing, the one that was doing the hollering is actually teaching your children. Dropping the F-bomb, throwing up the middle finger. You know, those are the ones that's doing the screaming and hollering. As the great Donald Trump would say, on both sides. I understood what he said, both sides. That's where the division came when Trump said that. From that point when he said on both sides, that's when the country really was going to turn their heads on him. I knew that. But I'm here to say he was right when he said on both sides, because it is a bunch of mockery and a bunch of shit show on both sides. And on one of the sides is a teacher that's actually teaching your students. That's the issue. And you wonder why the public school system is a joke. It's because you got a bunch of these liberal-minded females, white females, who go home, pop pills, buzz they pussies, drinking wine. Every day she's drinking wine, screaming at her badass kids, ready for her ex-husband to come pick up the kids on the weekend so she can go out and be a hoe. She can't wait to go to the bar, can't wait to go to the house party, can't wait to go to the club. Well, the clubs are shut down, but hey, never know. Especially those house parties. I've been to house parties where there's a whole bunch of teachers in there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they get down. They like to put on this show for the dudes that's in there, because those dudes that's in there, he's thinking, man, I got a potential on that one. Yeah, she's a school teacher. She's letting it all out. So then she gets in her car, she goes for a stroll after taking a nice long walk, and then there's some protesting about the anti-lockdown. And there you go. And she loses her damn mind. These are the ones that are teaching your children that the government is forcing your children to go to. We call that indoctrination. As long as you got the white female that's out here trying to teach these children, they're not teaching them ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. No. They're teaching them, Billy, it's okay to be Billie Jean. And Andrea, it's okay to be an Andy. That's what they're teaching your children. Billy, you have privilege because you're white. And you need to tell little Tyrone that you're sorry. So if Tyrone punches you in the face because he wants your lunch money, it's because you have privilege. And you need to acknowledge that, okay? And I know that you come from a wealthy background, but the blacks are just so disadvantaged. That's why he punched you in the face and took your lunch money. And it's okay, Billy. No, you can't get your lunch money back because you have privilege. Women like that are teaching your children that. They're not teaching ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. This is why the school system is a joke and it's failing, especially the public school system. We call that the baby daycare of this society for the next from ages 6 to 17. So you got all those years to go to school. Got all those years to go to school. It's nothing but a daycare for your children to be indoctrinated by women like that screaming and shouting. And then those out there protesting, majority of white folks, they love to protest. So this is what's happening, man. And as a black man in this society I call captivity, I literally just squinch my eyes and lock my fingers together, and I just say to myself, damn, I gotta sit and listen to this shit. Angry white folks screaming at other angry white folks. And white folks telling me that I should be oppressed and it's okay to march and tear up shit with no real solution. Everybody screaming and hollering at each other with stupid signs in the air, but no real solution. Damn. And this is what I got to deal with. And then I got to deal with emotional ass black folks that don't want to learn and don't want to study or do any research for themselves. Like I said, On Sundays, they go to church. Monday through Friday, they go to work. Saturday, they party and bullshit. That's what they do. And that's not me. So I'm literally thinking to myself, I'm on an island by myself. Because these white folks are acting crazy towards each other. And black folks just want to party and bullshit. So you get to a point where it's like, damn. You can't relate to nothing. You can't relate to nobody. I can't relate to these white folks screaming and hollering at each other. Woman mad because they're protesting. Protesters are screaming and hollering over shit that's not going to change. Black folks partying and bullshitting, not taking anything serious, want validation from people that they claim is oppressing them. But yet and still they send their kids to this indoctrination camp called the public schools. And you got girls, women like her, doing what she's doing. Acting a fool. Throwing up middle fingers, cussing. But yet and still, these are the ones that the government is forcing your children to go to school for. And this is why I said what I said about black folks being in captivity. Because in this society, today, we worship all those things that I said. Feminism, globalist, and racialist situations in this country. Female being the feminists, globalists, the protesters, racialists is the black folks that don't want to learn shit on their own.